watching Q News. Here are the top stories for this hour. Russian President Vladimir Putin has reaffirmed that Russia will always honor and value the contribution of its World War II allies. Speaking on the 80th anniversary of Victory Day, Putin said, "Pay tribute to resistance fighters, allied forces, and what he called the brave people of China, acknowledging their vital role in the defeat of the Nazi regime in Germany." Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has arrived in Moscow's Red Square to celebrate the 80th anniversary of Victory Day. Numerous leaders, including el-Sisi, Chinese President Xi Jinping, and Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, are attending the event. El-Sisi arrived in Moscow yesterday at the invitation of Russian President Vladimir Putin and participated in a dinner honoring foreign delegation leaders. Egypt has participated in the Grand Military Parade in Moscow's Red Square, commemorating the 80th anniversary of the Soviet Union's victory over Nazi Germany in World War II. Units from 13 countries, including Azerbaijan and Vietnam, participated in the event. Victory Day, celebrated annually on May 9th, honors the surrender of Nazi regime in Germany and symbolizes national pride in the sacrifices made by the Soviet people during the war. Egypt's President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has met with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas in Moscow during the Victory Day celebration. President el-Sisi reaffirmed Egypt's full support for the Palestinian cause, advocating for a ceasefire in Gaza, the release of detainees, and sufficient humanitarian aid. Abbas expressed gratitude for Egypt's efforts and highlighted the urgency of international recognition for the Palestinian state, emphasizing the importance of upcoming meetings to support a two-state solution. Pope Leo celebrated his first Mass today in the Sistine Chapel, where he was elected less than 24 hours earlier. During the Mass, the newly appointed pontiff prayed that his historic papacy would help the Catholic Church become a beacon to illuminate the dark nights of this world. Leo, the former Cardinal Robert Prevost, and the first U.S. Pope, appeared serene as he led the Mass in the chapel, surrounded by the same cardinals who had chosen him as the 267th pontiff, succeeding Pope Francis. In his address to the cardinals, Pope Leo emphasized his commitment to being a faithful administrator of the Church. He also urged that the Church's identity should be rooted in the holiness of its members rather than the grandeur of its buildings. Dressed in simple white and gold vestments, Pope Leo, born in Chicago and having spent 2 decades as a missionary in Peru, offered a few words in English before continuing his homely and fluent Italian.
La Chiesa universale, secondo la celebre espressione di Sant'Ignazio di Antiochia.
Israeli media have reported that the Trump administration is pressuring Israel to finalize a deal with Hamas before Donald Trump's upcoming visit to the region. Sources say Washington warned Israel it would be left alone if it does not cooperate. U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff reportedly told families of Israeli detainees that military pressure puts their relatives at risk. Lebanon's Foreign Minister Youssef Raji reaffirmed support for UNIFIL during talks with Force Commander. The meeting addressed Israel's repeated violations in southern Lebanon. He confirmed recent breaches of UN Resolution 1701 and stressed the need to strengthen UNIFIL's mandate, which is up for renewal in August. India has issued security directives to ports, shipping terminals, and shipyards amid rising tensions with Pakistan. The government instructed IT security officials at maritime facilities to review and enhance systems to guard against cyber attacks. This concludes our top stories for this hour. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more updates on Q News.